If I told you that you could stay lazy and still build your dream life, you'd probably laugh in my face. Because here in America, we're raised on hustle culture. Work harder, wake up earlier, grind until you can't see straight. And if you're not doing that, people tell you you're wasting your life. I used to believe them. I thought laziness was the reason I was stuck. That if I could just force myself to man up and grind harder, I'd finally make progress. But every time I tried, I'd crash. My motivation would burn out faster than a cheap candle, and I'd end up right back where I started. A few years ago, I was living at my parents' house, 20-something, unemployed, waking up at 11 a.m. I'd scroll TikTok for an hour, grab a bag of chips, watch YouTube videos about success, and tell myself, tomorrow I'll start. But tomorrow kept moving. Weeks passed, then months. I hated that feeling, wanting more, but feeling too tired to start. Then, one afternoon, something strange happened. I was listening to a podcast, half distracted, when the host said a single sentence that hit me like a punch to the gut. Stop trying to beat your laziness. Aim it. I actually paused the episode. Those words wouldn't leave my head. And in that moment, I realized the truth. My life was designed so the easiest choice was always the wrong choice. If I could flip that, make the easiest choice the right one, I could literally stay lazy and still move forward. I decided to test it. I started with my eating habits. I knew if I had junk food in the house, I'd eat it. So I didn't try to be disciplined. I just stopped buying it. I filled my fridge with healthy food I actually liked. No willpower needed. If I wanted a snack, the only option was something good for me. That small change felt different. It didn't feel like pushing myself. It felt like tricking my own brain. And I wondered, what else could I trick myself into doing? So I tried reading more. I didn't set a goal like read one book a week. I just put a book on my pillow every morning. At night I'd have to move it to sleep, so I'd open it and read a page. 9 times out of 10, one page became 5. That's when I realized something. I wasn't becoming motivated. I was becoming engineered. But here's where the story gets interesting. Around that time, I was talking to a friend of mine from Texas. She was 28, a nurse, and swore she could never stick to anything outside of work. She wanted to start running, but hated exercise. So I told her, forget running. Just put your shoes by your bed. No running goal. Just shoes. Day 1, she put them on and went back to bed. Day 2, same thing. Day 3, she put them on and walked to the mailbox. By week 2, she was running half a mile. Not because she became motivated, but because she started. The system took over. That's when I realized the real problem isn't laziness. It's that we think change has to feel like climbing a mountain, when really, it should feel like rolling downhill. Now let me ask you something, and I want you to be honest in the comments. Do you think laziness is actually a weakness? Or could it be a hidden strength? Because I've seen people turn it into their biggest advantage. I'm curious what side you're on. You see, most people try to build habits that depend on motivation. But motivation is like Wi-Fi. Amazing when it works, but it cuts out exactly when you need it most. That's why I built systems. Systems don't care how you feel. They run whether you're motivated or not. When I wanted to save money, I didn't to try to remember to transfer cash to savings. I set up an automatic transfer. When I wanted to post videos consistently, I gave myself a fixed filming day. No deciding, no negotiating, just doing. And the best part? When you build systems, missing a day doesn't destroy your progress. Your life still nudges you forward by default. One night, about 6 months after I started all this, I realized something crazy. I hadn't suddenly become disciplined. I was still the same guy who loved sleeping in, still the guy who sometimes binged Netflix on the couch. But somehow, I had more money saved, I was eating better, I was reading more, and I was actually proud of myself. That is when it hit me. I did not have to change who I was to change my life. I just had to tilt the game so the lazy version of me still won. So here's what I want you to take away. Stop fighting yourself. Make the easy thing the right thing. Trick your environment. Lower the bar until skipping it feels silly. Reward yourself instantly. And build systems so strong that even on your worst days, you're still moving forward. If you're still here with me, I know something about you. You're not lazy because you don't care. You're lazy because no one ever taught you how to aim it. Now you know. So here's my challenge. Tonight, before you go to bed, take the tiniest step toward your goal. Not tomorrow, tonight. Then tell me in the comments what that step was. I'm reading them. And if you want the next piece, the one that makes your habits unshakable when life gets messy, watch the video I've linked here. Because aiming your laziness is just the beginning. But mastering your momentum, that's where everything changes.